Thank you. Hello. Y'all hear those kids playing? It's November and it's just nice enough outside for kids to be out here playing still without jackets. Happy Monday to you. Happy beginning of the work week. Happy beginning of probably a short work week for most of you guys because it is the holiday week. It is Thanksgiving week. If you celebrate it, yay. If you don't, listen, that's okay too. Take that time off, that opportunity to celebrate yourself, okay? Thank you for that other thumbs up. I appreciate you guys. If you are off and you celebrate the holidays, celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. If you are off and you don't celebrate the holidays, then celebrate you. Thank you guys. Celebrate you. Celebrate yourself, all right? Take that time to get you some extra rest. If you are off Thursday and Friday, or if you're just off Thursday, take that time to get you some extra rest, some relaxation. Remember the R words, rest, relaxation. Take that time to get some, hey, to get some resolve, to resolve some things. Hey, baby. Take some time to remember who you are. Hold on, y'all. Okay, those babies love to yell, y'all. They love to yell and talk. So take some time to get some rest, relaxation, to release any bad vibes or feelings or whatever uh, situations that you can. Remember who you are. Remember it's a time for thanks. So be thankful. You don't have to celebrate the actual holiday itself. But since it is a holiday, and again, many of you will be off, and even if you're not off, use that time, use that opportunity to be thankful for you. Be thankful for God. Be thankful for you. Be thankful for family, friends, loved ones. Okay? Thankful for having a job. Thankful for retirement if you no longer work. Thankful for the opportunity to obtain a new job. So make it matter. Make the holiday matter. Make the holiday matter. Celebrate something. Be thankful for something that matters to you, whether you celebrate the holiday or not. Don't be a Debbie Downer, okay? Don't go around and, talking to people or telling people. Just don't make that your topic of discussion, the fact that you don't celebrate the holiday. I mean, if you don't celebrate it, fine. When people say Happy Thanksgiving, you don't even have to say, I don't celebrate the holiday. Why be a Debbie Downer? Just say thank you, same to you. Thank you or Happy Thanksgiving, right? Because one thing about it, and two things for sure, you want to be happy, and I'm sure we all want something and have something to be thankful for, whether you think it's a lot or not, okay? And what I will be thankful for is making sure that you have gotten up today for an hour consistently and been persistent about being consistent nonstop for an hour, walking, jogging, running, skipping, hopping, dancing, walking in place, marching in place, all right, swimming, doing some type of cardiovascular aerobic activity, riding your bicycle through the neighborhood, through the park, walking your treadmill, riding your stationary bike, okay? Using your elliptical. If you're in an area where you can go mountain climbing, mountain climb, all right? It's gonna get that hot. Listen, you need to warm up before you do any of those things, okay? Even the mountain climbing. We wanna make sure that we what? Start with stretching and end with stretching. Remember the word radar, right? You're stretching into your warm-up, which is the A. Your stretching R. Your warm-up is A. Your exercise is D. Your cool down is A. And your stretching is your last R. think of the word radar. That's what I do. Over here, I like to kind of relate things, like sometimes they totally don't relate at all, but I find ways to make them to relate, to keep me going, to keep me moving, to keep me going, to keep me moving. One step at a time, one foot in front of the other, nonstop for an hour. If you cannot do an hour, that is okay. Just make sure you do more today than you did yesterday, more today than you did the day before that, more today than you did last week, last month, last year, or years before. You don't have to do it every single day, but strive for 5, okay? Strive for 5. Strive for 5. Strive for 5 days out of the week with 2 days to rest, okay? Once you've gotten to where you want to be in your goal, in your journey with your goals, maybe you can, go to 3 to 4 days a week, have more off days, especially if you are a consistent person, especially if you are very consistent. Okay, I hope that I'm back. I hope that I'm back, guys. Had to take a phone call, and you know how it is when you take a phone call. Sometimes it drops your live. Sometimes it interferes with your live. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for those who stopped by for a few seconds, a few minutes, okay? A portion of the live or the whole live. And thank you to those who catch the replay. And thank you for the cash apps. I got a couple of cash apps last week. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Hey, Betty. Retirement Days, Comfort Foods and More. How you doing? How you doing? Happy Monday to you. Happy Thanksgiving week. Happy Thanksgiving week. Happy Monday. This is a new week. For some, still a work week, right? Some of us still have to work, maybe Monday through Wednesday, or maybe Monday and Tuesday. Some people have to work on Friday. A lot of people will get Thursday and Friday off, but for those who will only get Thursday, make sure that you take the time to be thankful. You should be thankful for something. Try to find something to be thankful for every day, but place emphasis on it this week. Place emphasis on it this week. You may be going through something. Most people are going through something. What do they say? It's always something. Hopefully whatever your something is isn't bad. Hopefully whatever your something is isn't bad. Or hopefully whatever it is, God is in control. God is in control. So whatever it is that you may be going through, God is in control. Wherever you are right now, mentally, physically, try to find something this week specifically to be thankful for. We want to do that each and every day, but definitely try to put a little bit more emphasis on it this week. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Thank you, Betty, so much. Happy Thanksgiving to you. When did you tell me that you guys are celebrating? Is it Saturday? Is it Saturday? I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving week. You guys, listen, I don't know if you will or not. I try to. I don't know how many people I will be able to do it for. But if there is any local restaurant that will be open in your area, if you have a few extra dollars, listen, if it's a homeless person, I'm sure they won't care if it's a $5 meal, especially on Thanksgiving. I bet you they will be thankful for it, okay? I bet you they will be thankful for it. So if you can, please share with somebody during the holiday season. Please give them, brighten their day. Give them something to be thankful for. Give them something to be thankful about. Surprise them. Surprise them. If you don't believe in just kind of giving people things on the street who seem or appear to be homeless or in need, take it to a local place in your community that helps people. Okay. to someone who is giving out turkeys, someone who is giving out food boxes. Do what you can that way. You may not be able to give a turkey, but take one of those places like I won't say Goodwill. I think Goodwill usually focuses on clothing and selling items, but there are places that will, in different organizations in different communities, that always have like the holiday dinners and things like that. So if you can help them out, you know, today, tomorrow, and Wednesday by taking a few items by, non-perishable items, okay? And hopefully that can help them to prepare meals for somebody. Now, most times those places are preparing the Thanksgiving meal like the week before, a few days before, but some will prepare a meal on Thanksgiving itself. That is their way of giving back, is to actually do it on Thanksgiving Day, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And again, if you see someone and you're out and about, Salvation Army can, if you like to donate that way, donate that way. You see someone who's looking hungry, listen, even if it's the person that you see all the time, if you can, buy them a meal. Buy them a meal. If you don't want to give them the money because you think they may do something else with it, support one of their vices that you don't support, then ask them what they want, purchase it for them, okay? I've done that a lot of times. Ask them what they want, and you purchase it for them. You know, you're in a restaurant and someone is close to that restaurant and they're looking like they're hungry. And guess what? If they are not truly hungry and they're just out trying to make a little money or get something to eat, listen, that's okay. You've done your part, especially if you've done it from the heart. And then you got people who, listen, sometimes they don't do it from the heart. They really do it for recognition. Who cares? As long as somebody was helped, okay? Sometimes you just got to go. You got to roll with the flow. You have some people who won't do it from the heart. They'll just do it because they think, oh, the community, people in the community will look at them in a good light or a good way. Hey, if that's what floats their boat, that's what floats their boat, okay? In the meantime, somebody has eaten. They fed somebody, regardless of the reasoning, okay? You know your heart. God knows your heart, which is the most important thing. And someone will have eaten. Now, I don't believe in, if you're in a shopping plaza and someone's kind of hanging outside the local liquor store, the hookah shop, things like that. No, I do not believe in supporting that. Not to say that I don't believe in other people partaking in it, but if you're going to do something like that, you should be able to afford to do that on your own, okay? So feed someone. I don't know if you have an Aldi's in your area, but that Aldi deal, y'all, the $40 for a meal that can feed 10, that deal is legit. It's legit. You don't have to go in there asking for any, you just ask them. They have the list in the store. Most of the stores have the list, right? And I think it's online. You take it in there with you, and you pick the turkey, the pumpkin puree, you pick whatever they have. And if it's, say, like pumpkin puree, and you don't like that, maybe it's a different type of puree. As long as it's around the same price, it's going to add up to about $40, okay? We're pulling this hill, right? We're walking and talking and pulling this hill because we got to pull. Like we keep going, we keep moving. Sometimes we got to keep pushing. Feel like it. Imagine someone pulling you up the hill. Imagine you pushing yourself up the hill. Okay? Okay? If you can walk and talk, that is a great sign of your fitness level. But guess what? The most important component is, what do I tell you guys? It's the walking. The walking. You don't have to talk. You can be as silent as a mouse, okay? You can be as quiet as a mouse. YouTube, I do not own the rights to that music, in case you heard it. In case I didn't catch it. It was only for a few seconds, so I don't even know if you guys caught it. Hello. So, yes, do something. Appreciate the things that you have that you can be thankful for. If you can afford to, whether it's financially, doesn't have to be financially though, it can be mentally. Give someone something to be thankful for. Give something. Hey Adam, how are you? How are you? How are you? Now I don't know who that is. That's a funny name right there. I don't even know who they are. But I gotta time you out because I don't know what you're saying. You gotta speak English over here or a little bit of Spanish, okay? I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. I can't let you be over here saying crazy stuff and I don't know what you're saying. I'm doing good, Adam. I'm glad to hear that you're doing good. I'm glad to hear. Um, if you work, are you working this week, Adam? Or are you off Thanksgiving Day or the day after Thanksgiving? Hola, hola, hola. Yeah, Adam, because I don't know what that was. He was putting in the chat. And let me tell you something. People will come and spam your chat with foreign words, words that they know you most likely don't know. They probably speak English, but they know we speak a lot of languages over here in America. I mean, it is what it is. It's the truth. A lot of us don't speak 2 and 3 different languages. Some of us, you'll do good if we're speaking Spanish, okay? Other than English, you'll do good if we can speak Spanish or understand some Spanish. And depending on where your family is from, where your roots are from, if you immigrated, you may be able to speak other languages. But in America, we gotta try to, we gotta fight through the Spanish sometimes. If you're not fluent, you have to fight through it. So they come over here and they drop these words and you don't know what the heck they mean. And they can mean anything, okay? Trying to save a bunch of money to rebuild my house from Hurricane Helene. Okay. All right. Listen, save it. Save as much as you can. Don't put yourself out to, I don't know, if you have kids or a spouse, but you guys do the best that you can because the most important part is having family. And right now, the most important part is the fact that you made it through Hurricane Helene. Okay? That you made it through. That you made it through. A little Spanish for me is that you made it through. Okay? You made it through. So if you made it through, that's the best and the first blessing of it all. So save. No kids? Okay. Well, listen, whoever you have as your family, I hope that they got through the hurricane as well. And focus on, that's something to be thankful for. Like I said, a lot of times people don't celebrate holidays. But to me, even if you don't celebrate a holiday, you can still find something in it good, for yourself. Be thankful for being here. Be thankful that you have the opportunity to save money. Be thankful that you can rebuild at some point, whether it's when you want it to be or if it's a little bit later. Be thankful that it's a possibility. Okay, be thankful that it's an option. Just sit at home and chill if you can. And if you have to work, some people love working on the holidays. I know you guys know a lot of people truly enjoy going to work on the holiday because when they go to work, especially during the day, most of the administrative staff is gone, depending on the type of job you have, right? Most of the times people are in a festive mood at work. Now you're gonna have those grouches who are grouches all the time, right? They're gonna be grouchy whether it's a holiday or not. But usually fewer people are around. If you work in a plant of some sort, usually fewer people are around, but a lot of times plants are closed. If you work in a medical facility, usually fewer staff is there. So, no kids I know of, everyone is safe. That's good. That's good. That's good. Glad to hear it. So, if it's really cold where you are, try your best to stay warm. Remember, dress in layers. Dress in layers as you go out and get into the cold. We're gonna march. Y'all know when we get traffic, we got right. So we stop, but we keep going. We pull those knees up, pull those feet up. Look at the legs move. Look at the legs and feet move. Okay? We've always been about that. We've always been about that. Looking at the legs and feet move. So you stop, you pause, and then you keep going, right? You pause, and then you keep going. That's what we do. We pause, and we keep going. Here's some music, y'all. Hold on. Okay, y'all. That music has some bass, okay? It has some bass. So I had to try to catch that real quick. Real quick. Had to catch that quickly. Had some bass in it. Had some bass in there. Boom. So again, I hope, even though it's the holiday, you can still exercise, okay? You can still, listen, maybe you can exercise an extra day, right? Maybe you can exercise an extra day or a little bit longer. And for those of you who have to work this whole week, I'm thankful, and I'm sure you're thankful that you do have a job, right? If you would like a better job, seek and you shall find. Seek and you shall find, right? If you're content and satisfied with your job, be thankful. Be thankful, okay? Whether you're eating turkey and dressing and all of the other fixings, the collard greens, the macaroni and cheese, the potato salad, for those who do potato salad, or whether you're doing something that's completely non-traditional, or whether you're just eating like going out to a restaurant that happens to be open. Enjoy your meal. Enjoy your meal. Enjoy your own company, okay? Enjoy your own company. Whether you have a big family, a medium-sized family, a small family, or if it's just you. Maybe you can't get to where your family is. Maybe they're across country, or maybe they're a few hundred miles away, or maybe you just don't have a huge family. Try your best to enjoy you. And if you're not near family, a phone call will do. A phone call will do. Okay, maybe a Zoom call, right? Video calling is great. Video calling is great. But whatever you do, treat yourself. Always, always treat yourself. And I always like to say that when it's a holiday, because if it's a holiday and again you have a couple of days off. Now listen, I know when you get an extra day off, sometimes it flies by and you don't even feel like you had that extra day. That's okay. That's okay. Sometimes you feel like that day flew by so fast. That's just like when you have a 3-day weekend. If a holiday is on Friday or a Monday, or if they just give you an extra off day, man, that 3-day weekend flies by so fast. It flies by so fast. So that's why I always encourage you guys, each and every day, don't rush time. Don't rush time, right? Relish in the day. Be thankful and glad of it and for it. And try your best to take 10 to 15 minutes, maybe a couple of times during the day, right? For those parents and aunties and other relatives and neighbors who are busy with kids after they get off work, find you 10 to 15 minutes at your job on one of your breaks. Most of us get like, what, 2 15-minute breaks and an hour break or a 30-minute break. Even if you get a snack, try to just kind of take some deep breaths in and out, in and out, and do a short R form of relax, release, resolve, refocus, reset, and restart. And you already know, we always say pour, replenish, refill, restore, rebuild, okay? All right? Just sit down for 10 to 15 minutes. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. And do that. Do that. That can help to get you through the rest of your workday. Because you know that when you get off, you may not have time to walk 30 minutes to an hour a day, right? You got to get the kids. Well, listen, put in a 15-minute walk as you sit and wait for them to get out of football practice. Okay? If you pick them up from practice, cheer practice, volleyball practice, Get in a 10 to 15 minute walk in. And even if they're actually out, take that time right before you go home. Because sometimes we stop by the store, the grocery store, and all this stuff before we get home. Even though, listen, sometimes the days are so long during the week, your kid may not get out of practice until 5. Well, if you get off work at 4, try to find that 10 to 15 minutes in that time. Or try to find that 30 minutes to get you a walk in. You know, it's recommended by most reputable sources that you at least get 30 minutes a day. I suggest an hour. I encourage an hour, but that just depends on your time constraints. It depends on your fitness level, and it depends on whether you can just do it. You know, at least 3 days a week, but strive for 5. At least 3 days a week, but strive for 5. All right. And if you can only do 2, that's okay. Some people say they can only do it on the weekend because their days are so busy. You know, maybe they get off at 5. Maybe the kids got out of practice at 5:15, 5:30. Then they've got to go home. Even if they've taken things down from the freezer, they've got to cook. Some people aren't eating dinner until like 6. They're giving their kids like the 5 or 6 o'clock break. Some people can start a little earlier. It just depends on what time they get out of work and what time the kids get out of school. Well, from 5 to 6, the kids are getting a break. Then they've got to eat. And you know, once you eat, you don't want to do anything, right? But think about it. If they have homework, you don't want them eating too late. Try not to let them eat. And if they prefer to go ahead and get the homework done, hopefully the homework can get done between 7 and 8. Between 7 and 8. And they can eat maybe no later than 8. Right? And because sometimes they have to eat. And even though you're full, you don't want to do anything else. And you got to go back to doing homework. It just depends on how much they give. Some schools and some places have cut down a lot on homework. But if you're still in an area that gives a lot of homework, you just never know. So they don't eat till like 8. All right, maybe they get done at 8:30. Give them a chance to let that food digest a little bit. All right, and they can finish between 9 and 10, and hopefully they can get in bed by 10:30 after getting a bath and everything. You know, if they hadn't gotten their bath as soon as they got home. Some kids, especially older kids, they'll go ahead and get that bath right after they get home, especially if they have sports and things like that, band practice, cheer practice. So by the time you do all that in a day, you don't really have time to get in 30 minutes of exercise and 30 minutes of cardio. Well, do it as you're cooking. If you have a treadmill, if you have a stationary bike, if you have an elliptical, if you have a stepper, if you have something that you can do, walk around your home. Remember the perimeter of your home, the outside perimeter, or you can make a little track inside your home. If you weren't able to do it when you picked them up, right? Get home, jump in that shower, and get dinner done, and you've gotten it done. So that way, by around 10:30 or 11 o'clock, you can get a little bit of rest. You can get a little bit of rest, hopefully. Because you know, 9 times out of 10, you got to get up at 6, 6:30, and up and at them again. So I understand that some people can't do it 5 days a week. They want to keep their weekends to themselves, and they just can't do it 5 Monday through Friday. Try Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Try Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. You know, knock it out in the morning on the weekend and still be able to get your weekend rest. All right? So we've gone through those R words. Remember that 4-letter word, self-motivation. Of course, most importantly, self-love, self-determination, self-dedication, self-esteem, self-control, self-respect. All right? Self-evaluations. Okay? Self-admiration. If you don't admire you, who will? All right? All right? And it's okay to be selfish sometimes, as long as it's for a good cause. Believe it or not, we can be selfish for good causes, okay? Selfish with your time so that you can get that exercise in that we talk about. Let that be your me time. See, when we talk about that time, that can be your me time, okay? You've got to be able to be able to take care of your family and friends, you got to take care of yourself. Sometimes that requires you being selfish, and just kind of taking care of yourself, right? So we've done the R words. We've talked about self and how important that 4-letter word is, especially as a prefix to other important words, right? Self-motivation. Motivate your damn self, okay? Especially if you're a seasoned adult, it's okay to find motivation or receive motivation or to allow other people to motivate you. Some people, that's their job. They are motivational speakers. But, yep, I am. That's why I'm about to get out of here, Adam. How about you? There are motivational speakers, and they enjoy it. It's their job. They get paid well for it, and they really and thoroughly enjoy what they do. But I no longer seek to really do that. My goal, as far as motivation is, because you can motivate someone and never even know it. So that's just something mostly a natural occurrence, right? But my goal is to encourage people of all ages. My other goal is to motivate children and young adults. But encouraging, because when I encourage people, I feel like I'm encouraging them to continue to do the things that they've already received motivation to do. Okay? Either they've motivated themselves or somebody else has motivated them, but they've started it. But maybe they kind of slack off a little bit, you know, like this week, a perfect example. They say, I'm not exercising this week because I know I'm not going to do right. I'll just wait till after Thanksgiving and I'll kick back in full throttle. Fine. People do it however they do it. Some people aren't going to take a break at all. They're going to exercise maybe even a little bit harder or a few minutes longer, right? But however you do it, if you're doing it, then you've already been motivated. So if you slack off and you get a little bit slow about getting back into the routine, I want to encourage you to get back into that routine. Okay? Thank you, Adam. Yes, atta girl, atta boy. Get back at it. Okay? Get back into the routine. All right? Get back into the routine. And I know sometimes it can be hard to get back into a routine when we kind of slack off. But just remember how you felt when the routine was routine, okay? Remember how you felt when the routine was routine. Probably a lot better than when you're not doing anything, right? Probably a lot better than when you're not doing anything. So take care of you, okay? Take care of you. Motivate yourself. Encourage yourself, okay? And if someone else motivates you, that's great. If someone tells you that you motivate them, that's great. Because again, it oftentimes doesn't have to be a goal to motivate someone. They just see it in you, right? They see it in you. Or there's something that you're doing and it inspires them, motivates them to do it, okay? But what I want to do is encourage you. Because sometimes when people need motivation, guess what? They've got to take that first big step. It's hard getting somebody to take that first big step. I'm not saying if that's what you like to do it, because people need the help, okay? But what I love seeing is when people start to say, I love going in saying, oh, you still got it? You already started, right? You've been slacking off for a couple of weeks, but you know that you can do it because you've already started. So I want to encourage you to continue to do it, whatever it is that's positive. Whatever it is that's conducive to your physical, mental, spiritual, emotional health and well-being. What do I tell you guys? They say that your health is your wealth. What do I say? Your health and fitness are your wealth. Your health is your wealth. But I say that your health and your fitness are your wealth. Okay? Your lab work can look great. You go in and get a great report. But then you don't want to go up the flight of stairs. Just because you just don't want to. That could be physical, just because you're not used to doing it, or it could be mental. Because you're like, I'm not going up the stairs when I can take the elevator. Listen. You're in good shape. You're just not used to doing that little increase of cardio. Get it in. All right? Establish your short-term goals. Establish your long-term goals. Reach for them. Keep moving toward them. Keep going to catch them. Keep reaching to achieve them. Keep moving. Keep going. Keep striving. Keep climbing. Okay? Acknowledge whatever your I always say patience. Like patience is a virtue, right? And many people are great. They have patience. But I don't. So I always say acknowledge your flaws, right? So acknowledge your flaws. And you can work on those as goals, okay? Work on those. Let that be a goal. Working on your flaws. Let the first goal be acknowledging them. Because some people have a hard time acknowledging. And let the next goal be working on them, okay? So it's been 37 minutes. I'm about to get out of here, guys. Thank you, Adam, for coming in here and having conversation with me. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and you're gonna get that home rebuilt. You're gonna get that home rebuilt. Okay? You are gonna do it, and you're gonna do it faster than you even thought. All right? Again, guys, what do you have to be thankful for? If you can't think of anything, then make something. Make something to be thankful for. All right? Don't let bother people bother you. Don't let stress people stress you out. And if you find yourself in a misery lounge, GYGAG, that means grab your grip and go. Y'all know, you know how we do over here. GYGAG. Or you tell them to GTGAG to grab their grip and go up out of your lounge. You don't want it, you don't need it. Okay? And you don't have to feel bad about not wanting or needing it. Okay? People will say it's you. Maybe it is. You're human. But sometimes you just don't jive with select few group of people. Tell them later, alligator. Okay? All right? And you keep pushing. You keep pushing because they're going to keep watching. And you just keep moving, keep going, keep striving, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking, keep talking. But remember, you don't have to talk. Listen to yourself. You're going to be a bit winded, a little bit, but listen to yourself. Think about it. The most important component is the walking, the moving, the running, the jogging, the skipping, the grabbing your kids, the grabbing your nieces and nephews, grabbing your spouse, grabbing your siblings, grabbing your parents, grabbing your neighbors, getting out there and doing a game of softball once a week. Thank you for those thumbs up. I appreciate y'all. You go. I'm not one to say thumbs up, thumbs up. I just don't do that. I feel like that's kind of browbeating people. I'm happy that you thumbs it up, and I appreciate you thumbing it up. You thumbing it up lets me know that you have stopped by, you know? And so I appreciate it. Sometimes people don't like to get in the chats, so they'll thumb it up. Sometimes they thumb people down, you know, but it's all interaction. Okay, so I appreciate the thumbs up that I see, and I want to let you know that I appreciate you for it. Okay, I appreciate you, the subscribers. I appreciate my moderators. And of course, I appreciate YouTube for offering the platform. We fuss about some of the things we have to do on here, but I appreciate YouTube for offering the platform because they didn't have to do it. They don't have to do it. Okay, everyone gets a channel. Do as you please. Don't let anyone tell you or dictate to you what to do on your channel unless it's YouTube. Okay. But at the same time, be creative. Be somewhat original, okay? Everybody has done what everybody is doing. But find your own way to do it. Okay? Okay? You cannot compete where you don't compare. And imitation can be a form of flattery, but it can be a form of something negative, obsessive, ugly, okay? So just do things the way you normally do. Be the you, be you. You don't have to show people who you are off of the app. But you can still have a way of being you. Because you can be you, only you can be you as good as you can be you. Only you can be you as good as you can be you. All right? Watch, y'all gonna hear that again, watch. Only you can be you as good as you can be you. Y'all know we correlate things over here. Some things that have nothing to do with each other, but they help us to remember things, okay? So we've gone over the R words. We've gone over that 4-letter word self. I've told you don't let people bother you because that's what they do. They're either bothered by something at work, they're bothered by their spouse, something at home, somebody makes them mad. So they get on these apps and they do to other people what's been done to them. Or sometimes people are just obsessive. I don't know. It's just kind of a little strange. You know, mental illness is something, okay? Mental illness is something. For those of you going through seasonal affective disorder, all right, know the difference between seasonal affective disorder and just, you know, depression, seasonal depression. Seasonal affective disorder is because of the season change and because of less daylight, things like that, okay? Your circadian rhythm just can't get into rhythm sometimes, okay? But then you have this seasonal depression as well, more based on your mood, you know, and it can be because of the holidays. It can be because of the weather too. But that seasonal affective disorder is basically because of time and the changing of it. You have more melatonin, less serotonin. Some people, not all people, okay? And just remember, over here in Lions Pride, we do not professionally, medically, clinically, okay, assess, diagnose, treat, evaluate, or prescribe. We drop nuggets over here. And those nuggets are meant for you to pick them up, turn them into diamonds, rubies, and pearls, or whatever. Where the pearls come out of the shells. But you get what I'm talking about. Okay, and use those, research them through reputable sources, and find ways that they can help you and those that you know and love. Okay, all right. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. I'm about to get out of here because we got to hit the gym. Okay, we've got to hit the gym. I love each and every one of you guys. And again, thank you for being here because you could have been anywhere else. And for those of you who were multitasking, thank you for allowing me to be a part of your multitasking. Okay? Because I wish you peace, positivity, and prosperity. And y'all know why. Without peace, there's what? Chaos. Without positivity, negativity. Okay? Okay? Without peace, there's chaos. Without positivity, there's negativity. Wherever chaos and negativity play around together, roam around together, I'm not going to say you're not going to prosper, but it could prevent you from prospering to your fullest potential. I want to prosper. I want you guys to prosper. I want our families and friends to prosper. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful, and a thankful Thanksgiving week. Okay? And I will see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk Live in Lions Pride Original. And hopefully, with God's will, that will be tomorrow. Hey, Azrael, where you been? Long time no see, sis. Hey, Azrael, where have you been, Azrael? I was about to end the live, but I got to come back and say hello to my friend, Azrael. Much love to you, Azrael. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you're doing well. I haven't seen you go live in a little while. So when I do see you live, when I do see you go live, I will definitely be there, Azrael. And come on back, Azrael. Come on back. I missed you. I missed you, buddy. I missed you, bro. So come on back over here, Azrael, and I'll catch you on the next one, okay? Again, y'all have a wonderful night. It's a beautiful, beautiful week, a thankful week. Take care of yourselves. Sorry, last time I have an exam. Okay, I got you. I got you. Do what you need to do for school, Azrael. Study, study, study. Get those grades, get those grades, get those good grades, okay? Focus on school, right? That's a must. Focus on school. Make sure that you focus on school. Do the best that you can do. You know, strive to get those high grades. All right? Stay focused. Keep a plan. But now I already done an exam and can relax again. See? Whew. Right? Whew. You can take a load off. You can take a load off. I'm so glad to hear that, Azrael. Come back tomorrow, Azrael. I'm about to get out of here now because I have to run and go to the gym to work out. But come back tomorrow and I'll see you then. If you can't come back tomorrow, come back one day this week when I go live again. And I'm going to catch you if you go live. Okay? Bye, y'all. Okay. All right. See you then, Azrael.